Alright, this video is going to explain how to use a Cisco router with an iOS to use it at home for your broadband. First I'm going to set up the interfaces. I'm going to set up fast Ethernet 00 as my inside interface. I set its IP to 192.168.1.254/24. And I'm going to add a description. I'll call it LAN. And now we have to enable NAT on here, IP NAT inside, because that's our inside interface. And issue a no-shut. Now we're going to set up our fast Ethernet 01 interface. This is going to be our outside interface. So I'm going to set the IP to DHCP, because then it'll acquire an IP address automatically. And add a description to this one. I'll call it WAN. Okay, and on this interface you want to type IP NAT outside since it's our outside interface. And I like to say no CDP enable because it's enabled by default and it's more secure this way. And issue a no-shut on that interface. Okay, next we're going to be setting up the access list. And by doing that, type access list, and I'll just call it access list 1. We're going to permit our network with a wildcard mask. And now we have to apply that access list to our interface. And we're going to apply it to the inside interface because those are the IPs that need to know the rules. So we're going to type IP NAT inside source list 1. That's the one we just created. And then we're going to put it on our interface fast Ethernet 00 and overload. That'll allow multiple IPs at the same time. And now we want to set up our default route. And I'm just going to allow anything. And I typed that wrong. You don't type interface. Okay, now that my default route is shooting things out of fast Ethernet 01, it's good to go now. I'm going to do a show run and we'll see what we did. Okay, we got both of our interfaces there configured. And we've got our access list and default route. And just to make this more like a normal home router that you would have, I'm gonna make it a DHCP server as well. If I can type this right. And the command for that is ipdhcp pool, and then name it. I'll name mine LAN, just to be boring. Now you want to type your network statement. You want to issue IPs to your 1.0 network, and enter your mask. And now we want to set this router up as a default router. So you type in the IP address of your inside interface. And we'll set up DNS servers. This will send DNS server information to the host. And we'll just use Google's DNS server.